Uneducated, unfiltered, unhinged. This is the Mangina Dialogues. We at it again with your host Nick Scopes and the Gigolicious. You know how we do, cause you know we keeping it gangster and silly. Unplugged like a full swung titty. About get jitty, cause you know we down to the nitty and the gritty. And we make shit sound so damn pretty. Yeah, cause this unhinged comedy. And right now you're in the mix. So get ready, cause we about to get it poppin'. And we ain't stopping.
Uneducated, unfiltered, unhinged. This the Mangina Dialogues. We at it again.
Hello and welcome to the Mangina Dialogues. I am your host, Nick Scopes.
And I'm the Gregolicious.
And today we have the very funny and also one of the biggest Ninja Turtle fans I know, Anna Roisman. What's up,
Thank you. Oh my God, that was the best intro I've ever gotten. You know, no one ever introduces you with your passion. And that was just, thank you. Yeah, huge. I like the red one.
Everyone likes the red one.
Right?
That was like even the Power Rangers. Everyone liked the red one. It was
Isn't
always
that Leonardo. Leonardo's the red Ninja Turtle.
Oh, yeah.
No,
And
it's Michelangelo, isn't it?
You know, I was just going to say yes to the first one.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Donatello's the purple one. He's the nerd. Leonardo's the blue one, I think. I don't know.
I don't know.
All right, anyway.
It doesn't matter.
Anyway, yeah. Thanks for having me. What am I up to? You know, I'm so busy. It's just crazy.
Sense a little sarcasm there.
You know, I find myself, I'm really good at being like unemployed and like stuck in the house. I don't know. It's just a skill I've developed over the years of trying to do other things. And so I am busy. I give myself a busy schedule and then I complain about it. And then I'm like, Anna, no one's paying you to do shit right now. Why are you? Why?
That's a skill that most of the U.S. is doing right now.
Even the employed people who are working from home, which is, I guess everybody who's employed, it's like you're unemployed.
Yeah.
You're just sitting on your couch. I had a friend today who was like, "Oh yeah, I need to set up my home office." I'm like, "Just get a bigger couch." Like, what? Like, why are you going to go from this room to that room? Like, what are you going to do in that room? What? Like,
no, get a footstool. You know?
It just be comfortable. Yeah. Like, you live alone. You need another room to go to. Why bother?
I would love another room. I don't know what I've been crafting. I've been doing all this random shit, you know, just to stay creative and busy.
What does your crafts consist of? Are you like knitting? Or are you doing some?
Thanks for asking. Well, my crafts right now, I've become a tie dyer. I've fallen into the pit of those who tie dye, and I made like a sweatsuit for me. I made my boyfriend a sweatshirt. We put it on Instagram, which you can obviously go and check out. Check it out. Anna Roisman is my Instagram. And so we put our tie-dye up. I got all these messages. I want one. So I made like a round of like for friends, you know, like a couple friends. I made them sweatsuits. And then more people kept asking. And I was like, well, now I need to sell them, I guess. Anytime I do something, my mom thinks this is like a big, great business, you know, for me. Like I made a pancake once and she's like, you should sell them. People love a small pancake. I'm like, Mom, no one. She's like, no, like Baked by Melissa. Like she did it with a cupcake. You could do it with a. I'm like, so I tie-dye one shirt. My mom's like, this is it. This is your calling. And I'm like, why does she want me to do anything but act? But,
I used to go on like Dead tour, like with the Grateful Dead when that was in existence.
Yeah.
And I had with the idea of, you know what, I'm going to make money on tour selling homemade tie-dye shirts because no one else did that at Grateful Dead concerts. I'm gonna have a corner on the tie-dye shirt market. So I went out and I bought all of these. Fuck you.
I don't think I've seen one not tie-dyed.
I bought all these, you know, like blank white T-shirts. Went into my parents' garage with a shit ton of dye and buckets and rubber bands. I spent hours upon hours tying these things and dipping them, and every one came out uglier and more heinous than the next.
You didn't get better as time went on?
No, I got so much worse until I had a garage full of like brown and very dark
Oh my
maroon
God.
T-shirts that really did not resemble tie-dye. They just looked like a crime scene gone wrong that sat there for weeks and just in drying blood. And I was like, I can't do anything with these shirts. So it ruined the entire, like, I thought I was going to have money and I had nothing. And
Oh man, at least you had a garage. I'm doing it
Yeah.
on like a very small patio in my New York City, my Brooklyn apartment. I've ruined 2 tables. I've ruined countertops. So yeah, my boyfriend's not thrilled about this hobby. I bought beads. That's my next craft.
oh shit, I went through
Oh
a phase
no.
too.
You're gonna be finding those things for years just under the couch.
That's
know what?
fine.
You know what, my like this is probably 7-8 years ago. I found this really awesome Pez dispenser that was given out at the MTV like Video Awards one year, and it's a giant Pez dispenser that is a replica of the Moon Man, right? It's
Oh,
awesome.
cool.
So I got super into Pez for like, I don't know, 8.5 minutes after that. And I went on eBay and bought every fucking Pez dispenser like lot I could find, right? So I probably spent like $500 on Pez dispensers.
Wow.
And I wound up having like 2,000 Pez. I mean, just an insane amount of Pez dispensers. And then like one day, not soon after that, I looked at them like, what the fuck am I going to do with these Pez dispensers?
Oh my God. Did you sell them? Did you
I
keep
gave
them?
them away. I just gave
gave
them
them
away. I was like, this is ridiculous.
It's like Halloween. You go to that house and he's going to give you just a big bag of Pez dispensers.
An old Ninja Turtle Pez dispenser with like broken mask.
I think I bought that one from you.
Yeah, it might have been. It might have been. They used to sell them out of a van down by the river. So,
oh my God.
speaking of being unemployed, you have a
Yeah.
show.
I do. Or I had a show. I have a podcast right now.
Podcast.
She's turned into I avoided making it a podcast for so long because I was so amped about it being a live show. And then I realized, it probably could have just been a podcast the whole time. But it was fun. We did 50 episodes. I did it for 2+ years on my couch at home before the pandemic. This was a choice to do a show at home on the couch, but I lost a day job that I had. That was a cushy day job and I had great insurance and everything I needed. I worked for venture capitalists for 4 years, and they laid me off on election night 2016.
Nice of them.
Just
Why an election night was that?
I don't know. I don't even know why. They were like, let's just like make this day harder. I don't know.
That was a big day for VC guys. They were like the most liked people in the world.
Probably. But so yeah, they laid me off. They gave me a really sweet severance package. I didn't even know what that was beforehand. I was like, I'm sorry, what? Like they were like, we're gonna pay you to not come in here ever again. And I was like, sick.
Yes.
Well, you
I was
like me
like,
that much.
I'm the 1% of all my comedy friends walking around. I'm still getting
For real.
paid, and I'm
For
in
real, you
pajamas.
definitely are.
It was so great. So yeah, I had the severance, and I was like, well, I make a lot of content. I'm just gonna like do a show, and I might as well do one about what I'm doing now, which is absolutely nothing. So we called it The Unemployed Show, and we every Thursday at 3:00, we got drunk. We sat on my couch. We prank called people. We did interviews. It was fun. It was wild. Then I needed it. It was like my therapy. I was like, I can't not do this show.
Right.
Yeah.
So now
and I got a job.
Then you got a job.
I got a job, so I couldn't do it every week.
So wait, is that the job, the HQ job?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you good at Scrabble and word puzzles?
No. I'm pretty good at I'm much better at word puzzles than I am at trivia. I suck at trivia.
I could do trivia, but word puzzle, it's like they tried to play Scrabble with like friends over quarantine, and I was like, this is the worst, man. I was trying to watch there was a movie on, and I really was paying attention more to the movie, and I was just putting words like cat and dog, and I was like, I can't do this.
You're like, it's Nick's first day playing a word game.
Yeah.
I'm
At
terrible.
32 years old. It's my first day playing a word game.
I can't spell if I don't have spell check, like God, man, those emails going out are treacherous. And I'm just not a good speller. So like when I play word games, if I can't like use curse words or slang or convince someone that you spell it that way, I can't do it. I'm done.
I'd love to see you convince one of us that no, this is how you spell it. It's like just a blatantly wrong word, and you're like, I believe this is. Give me 30 seconds. I will convince you.
Well, apparently you don't have the third version of the first version of the Latin dictionary that actually spells it this way.
There you go.
I have it. It's handwritten by me.
I have autocorrect. That's as far as I go.
This asshole is saying you spell it this way. That can't be right.
There are a lot of people though who play those games who they were you, but in chat form, you know what I mean? And they'll be like, "You're wrong. That's wrong. It's not the Canadian way to spell it. They put U's in everything."
That is not how you spell Dan.
So how did you go about getting the HQ job? How'd that come about?
I auditioned for trivia a year before because Scott Rogowski, I don't know if you know Scott, he hosted the trivia game, and like that when HQ became like a huge, viral thing. And I knew him from comedy, and he was like, I'm doing this weird, I don't know, like phone app thing. Like he didn't even know what it was. He was like, do you want to audition? They might need someone in case I'm sick one day. And I thought I killed. I like went in and I like did a couple of games for the office, and I was like, oh, I just nailed that. There's no way they wouldn't book me. And that's when you don't book, when you walk in and think you're doing amazing. And I didn't hear from them, and it got huge. The app was big. Millions of people were playing. They had The Rock. They had all these like crazy famous people on. And then a year later, they like emailed me and they were like, hey, we have this new like word game that we're going to launch. Do you want to come and audition again? And I was like, I was temping. I was doing an unemployed show. I was like miserable at this temp job that in Midtown that was like just the fucking worst. And I was like, yeah, I'll audition, and no one's going to get it over me. Like I went in with that mentality, which I recommend to everyone, I guess. But
confidence? You recommend confidence to everybody?
I do, yeah. I'm usually pretty confident, but I was just like, evil with myself. I was like, no, you can't go back to that bad office in Midtown. This has to work out for you. I like wrote a bunch of jokes. I was like, I'm going to be the funniest person they've ever seen.
This may be a dumb question, but what is the temp job means it's temporary, correct? Like you're just being plugged in by an agency somewhere. And like what type of work were you doing? I've never done. I don't know.
Like as an assistant, because I used to do that at like my old job. So they like had me come in as like a temporary assistant for these rich private equity guys in Midtown who were the worst, actually the worst.
You're kidding. Those guys always sound like they're the best.
They really are a ton of fun.
Yeah. Well,
and they had so much money, but they would like, and they let us like order lunch, but God forbid it was like over $17. They'd be like, you can't do that. And I'm like, can I just pay the difference? And they're like, no, it's a system. That's just how it works. I'm like, you can't get anything for $17 on fucking 51st and Lexington. That's a slice of pizza. Like,
yeah.
Oh. So
$25 salad. That's my favorite.
Oh my God. Yeah. But it was a temp that what's nice about temping is I could call and be like, yeah, I'm not coming back here, and you can't do anything about it because you owe me nothing. And this was not a real relationship,
So is that the last?
I wish that worked with dating. That was good. I wish we could.
Nick, did you really ask what a temp
job was?
Yeah. That's a temp job I'm working with a relationship. You know what? Like, I'm not coming back. There's nothing you can do. So.
Nothing to see here.
Yeah.
That's a lot of dating.
Nick, you should start an app and just call it like the temp dating app.
That'd be kind of funny.
Where it's just, a day and, that's it. No strings attached ever.
That would be great. I honestly thought like years ago when I was really broke, I thought about starting like putting an ad on Craigslist to be like a +1 to weddings.
I like that.
Because like I'm fun, sociable, I can dance. Like I think I'd make some money. But then I was like, I don't want to get killed. Like that's my.
Did you happen to come up with that idea after you saw the Kevin Hart movie where he was the best?
No,
best man.
I didn't see it yet, but that was when I saw that movie, I was like, yeah, I could do that. I definitely could do that.
My brain went to Deuce Bigalow, Male Gigolo, and I was like, yeah, but you're gonna get like some like hot old woman who's like, oh, I want a young date for a wedding. I'm just gonna like call you up, and you're like, this was not the plan.
Yeah, I know. This was not what was. My dad always tells me, he goes, you got to find a nice elderly woman that's in poor health and get on her will. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. He's like, I'm just saying. And I was like, okay, enough from you.
My grandma would tell me to marry rich always. She's like, you don't need to work. You just need to marry rich. That's the whole. She was divorced since my dad was like 11, never remarried, was like very much like, I will make my own money. I am a single woman. And then in her elderly years, she's like, just marry someone rich. I'm like, you didn't do that your whole life.
I got it all wrong.
Yeah, she really had some regrets there. But then if you ask her about her ex-husband, she's like, we all make mistakes.
She just didn't want to make another one.
No, I guess not.
So is that the last job you had, was the shitty temp job for a bunch of douchebags?
Oh, like office job, yes. I've had a bajillion jobs, I'd say, in the last 2 years. Aside from HQ. I mean, I worked full-time there for a good year and a half almost. But right. I had other freelance gigs and stuff.
Yeah. Is the HQ thing done?
So HQ is back. But it ended February 14th. We were all laid off. The company shut down, ran out of the blue. It was a lovely Valentine's Day. And then
you have a lot of bad luck on some.
I know. I really, any holidays, I'm like, some shit's going to happen.
Definitely take those days off.
Yeah. Right? Friday the 13th, though, great. Those are great days for for everyone else. It might be bad luck, but I'm like, I got nothing happening today.
Flag Day throws your shit into a massive storm. Horribleness.
Yeah, so they laid us off, and it was all over the press and everything. And then people, when we were quarantined, people were like, oh man, online, they're like, I wish I had HQ. I wish I had HQ. And then in end of March, it came back. There's a secret investor. This is all stuff I've read. There's a secret investor. They don't want to show who they are. Every night they match the prize and give to charity. So they're giving $5,000 a night to charity. They've given a couple of big ones, like $100,000 one night to some charity, which I think is great and lovely. And so I've hosted twice. They've actually brought me back twice to do these movie nights, Tribeca Film Festival's sponsoring a movie game, which is fun. But I'm not back. That was for trivia. The words game is not back. So, but it's.
I wonder who the secret investor is.
I know. I have no
so
idea.
Creepy. It's going to come out probably in this election. It's going to be someone weird.
Right.
Yeah.
And people are like, you must know the dirt. The fans and stuff. I'm like, I literally know absolutely nothing. I'm happy to come in and work, and it's great. But.
Now, it's weird. It had such a huge run up so fast.
Yeah.
And then, some obviously bad shit happened. And then, it's just weird how that happens.
Yeah, I came in. It was a dramatic place to work. It was a lot. I mean, I loved what I got to do, and I it. It was such a great experience, and it really I don't know. I gained a skill. I hosted over 380 live, maybe 400. I don't know how many live shows on my feet live, and that was a skill I got to learn. Yeah, sure. And it was, I don't know. It was cool, but it was wild. There's a podcast out right now. I don't know if you guys saw or heard of it, but it's called Boom Bust: The Rise and Fall of HQ Trivia.
Oh, actually,
I did it. The Ringer produced it and put it out.
I'm gonna have to check that out. That's pretty cool. Now, have you, obviously clubs have been shut down in New York City, but so I'm a stand-up. Yeah. So wanted to ask about, have you been sprinkling in stand-up during all this and all the temp jobs and the HQ and everything?
Oh yeah. I mean, it was hard. I worked a lot at first, 7 nights a week. So I was doing a lot of stand up, and then like all of a sudden I had to work at 9:30 every single night. So that was really hard for stand up. So I like didn't for a little while. If it was my show, I'd take off if I was hosting a show or something. But yeah, I was doing a lot of stand up, and then I was doing more once the job ended, which is nice. And then we had a pandemic, so that stopped.
Oh yeah, I heard about that pandemic.
Yeah. I was like, what do you mean? I just got back up. I'm doing a lot more stand up. I did have like 4 shows, like big shows. Like I was doing an hour, like at 2 places. And my Caroline's, breakout artist series was supposed to be last month, and I'm like, oh man, all these fun nights would have happened.
Yeah, we had Greg will tell you, we had some shit lined up for like live podcast shows at places in New York, and that's gone for now. So
for now, I like you're hopeful for now.
I am hopeful. I don't want to get too much into it. I'm a little cynical, but I feel like eventually this is gonna go away. Like I think it's bad. Obviously, what happened is it's not a hoax. I'm not saying that. It's real. It's real shit. But I think a lot of it, I really don't know what to believe anymore. This may sound so sad, but like I don't know what the fuck is really going on, or like what the numbers really are. What does it mean? Who, you know what I mean? So I think eventually it'll go away. Probably after the election, I have a feeling.
But hopefully that turns out better, this time. I'm already not going to have a job during the election, so I'm not worried about anything this time.
So you're not worried about election night this year? You're like, I'm not going to get fired.
I'm going to buy ice cream. No.
Just throw a big ass party for yourself.
Yeah.
So you said you were doing an hour at some places. Were you getting ready for like a special?
I was gonna film. It's like kind of more of a one-woman show. It's like stories and jokes about being unemployed, about my job history. That was the plan. I had done it I had workshopped it like once, twice, but I was really it was more like a musical comedy special, I guess I can call it. It would have been cool. I kind of forgot about it at this point. One day I'll pick it up again.
So you were gonna like, because you have all those like funny like parody videos on your website, like of songs and stuff.
Yeah.
Was it like that part of the show?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
Thanks. Yeah.
Those are really good. Like I watch all of them. They're very funny.
Thank you. Thanks. We've been making these quarantine parodies, which if they're not on my website, but yesterday my latest one came out. It's of the Titanic.
Yeah.
We call it a Tubtanic. Yeah. And we filmed in our tub again. We did The Notebook in our bathroom.
That's awesome.
And Home Alone. Home Alone's the best one, but it didn't get as much love as the others for some reason.
Why? Like that's crazy.
I know. Because it came from a really true place. I did the whole scene of like I made my family disappear, but I made my boyfriend disappear because like I imagine quarantining without a significant other is like the dream at this point, I think that sounds lovely. I keep saying like it sucks we don't have jobs, we really could use like 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom apartment just to get away from each other a little more. Then my single friends are like, you're lucky you're with someone. I'm like, nah, you don't understand. Like
grass is always greener.
Always.
I'm single through this thing, and like after like a month or two, I was like, this is like can't even go out and meeting people. Like this is rough. But like at the same token, I had buddies that are married, and there's in their house, their wives and their kids.
Right, and they're like,
let's go meet at a park. Do you want to hang?
Please.
Sure, whatever you want.
I've been locked in a house with 2 teenagers for, I don't know, since fucking March 13th. I've never been a person to want guns, but Jesus, I have right now.
That took a turn. I'm like, I want another bedroom. I want to be 8 feet away.
I just want them to know that they're here. Or around.
Oh God!
It's just you never can have enough intimidation with douchey teenagers. I was one.
You sound very happy, Greg. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to make it through another day.
You got this.
One day at a time. So I have a one giant question. that
Great.
super intrigues me about part of like the things you've made, and one of them is the short Owen Wilson dates himself.
Oh, that's my most successful film to this day.
Well, so
can we call it a film? I don't even know if we can call it a film.
Well, so that's what I like. A bunch of my questions are around like the actual title. I haven't seen it yet. I mean, I'm dying to, because it really intrigues me.
Great.
But like, what is the Snapchat Shorts competition, and how short is it, and is it only on Snapchat?
Wow. First of all, amazing questions. Thank you so much, Greg. I feel like I'm at a press conference right now, and I'm like, thank you. This Snapchat video, yeah, it was high art. Let me tell you. No, so it's a video that I made on Snapchat because Tribeca Film Festival, many moons ago when we had those, they were like, we're doing this I saw online, it was like a Snapchat film competition. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And then it was like, make a film on Snapchat. It has to all be on there. You can't like, cheat and do it on Premiere and add effects and whatever. And it has to be like using their features. And my boyfriend does an amazing Owen Wilson impression. Like that's, he'll never, maybe he'll listen, but it's his only impression. Like he's so good at it, and like I'm like, oh man, we got to do something with this Owen Wilson.
Is that what's kept you guys together during?
It is.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say it's the only reason I'm with him.
It's the only. He's not here. It's the only reason I'm with him.
Keep looking over your shoulder like he is.
Jump out
nervous, Anna.
I mean, maybe if he gets a job, we'll stay together. But as you can see, I already want another bedroom. Things are not looking good. And so I was like, Jewish girl, with glasses. I do a terrible Owen Wilson impression. I mean, like, it's funny for me, but no one else probably. And so I was like, what if we're both Owen Wilson, and like but we're still dating, and because he probably likes himself. I don't know why I like woke up one morning. I was like, wouldn't it be funny if we both had the nose and the wigs and we looked like him? And Jared probably thought that was insane. And then like we shot it. We always, when we work together, we want to kill each other. Obviously we treat it, he's a producer. We treat our shoot days very seriously and it ruins the relationship. But then, we make okay work. Yeah. So we shot this thing. It was so stupid in my apartment, and I submit it to Tribeca Film Festival, and they're like, you got in. You get a pass. You get to go to a press lunch. You get Snapchat's throwing you a party, like all this shit. I was like, oh my God, I'm a movie star. I'm a famous movie star. I'm going to the Tribeca Film Festival for the dumbest thing. Like, I didn't think anyone would even see this thing. I was like, this is like a passion project. Who the fuck cares about our Owen Wilson impressions? And
I can just picture like a very like artsy actor coming up to you and is like, so what's your project? What are you here for? You're like, me and my boyfriend dressed up as Owen Wilson and we put on chat. And they're like, what?
Literally, I got to like walk a red carpet, and I'm like, I feel like I'm cheating. I'm stealing from the Tribeca Film Festival. Like, do they see what I've done? Like, this is like, I'm like the kid who made a dick joke, and they're like, we choose you.
You win. Stand up with the air.
Together,
You gotta just DM it right over to him. Be like, I just want to make sure you saw this.
I should. I really should. I'll revive it one day.
Sneaking around the woods.
I love it. This is clearly a very on brand for me. I would watch that. That would be great.
And so now knowing that Snapchat has a film competition at Tribeca,
I was going to say, I don't know if it's there anymore. Didn't happen.
They're going to have to resurrect it for chasing Bradley Cooper.
Now they are, no one's shooting. Snapchat seems like a very safe way to make content.
Sure does. Sure does.
True. It's very true. We should do something, Greg. What do you think?
I don't know, maybe a podcast.
Nah,
Go
I don't
chase.
want.
Make a video of you chasing Bradley Cooper to have on the podcast.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
Like, just bring the equipment, and just like roll up.
That's actually that's a great idea because, like, yeah, he there's all these crazy rumors about the bars and restaurants he's been going to.
Well, even like I work at the Equinox here. Like, I'm a personal trainer at Equinox, and all women are like, "Saw him at Equinox spin class this morning." And I was like, "Nah." I was there. He wasn't. Like, we didn't know.
God.
Yeah, someone posted, confirmed Bradley takes a 6:15 a.m. spin class at Equinox and then jogs home shirtless.
What?
Yeah.
First of all,
open?
Even in the best of times, yeah, the gyms are open here. The gyms, whatever. But even in the best of times, if Bradley Cooper was here renting a house, do you think he's going to go to SoulCycle or Equinox? You don't think with all of his money and resources, he's going to have a chef and a trainer and a full gym? Like,
yeah.
What are you talking about?
Right. He got the house to not have to do those things.
Exactly.
He probably has a whole Equinox in the house.
That's what I'm saying.
The house is sick. 2 weeks ago, there were rumors that Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt had come out for the weekend.
Oh my God.
And they were all on a boat together out in like the little harbor over here. And it's just been hysterical.
Greg, you're like an Us Weekly magazine of Connecticut.
Oh, no, you know,
he's more of a Tiger Beat type guy.
Yeah.
Definitely more National Enquirer.
Where you got good sources. I believe all of this. I'm ready to go to Connecticut.
Well, I've been posting on my Instagram these like ridiculous things I do in Photoshop, like Bradley Cooper was here, just to like fuck around. It's been and they've gotten crazy. Like, they've been my most viewed stories like in the history of my Instagram.
I love it.
And people believe that shit though. Like,
it's
Greg does so let's do this first. Look at my hair, right? Don't have any. Shave my head all the time, right? So Greg, for our podcast, put our faces on like the like in the movie Step Brothers.
Yeah.
So like
I've seen some of the work.
And everyone's like, "Man, when did you have blonde curly hair?" I was like, "Hey man. Like, I'm Italian as fuck. That doesn't happen. I don't even have hair. What do you
I love it.
Like, look how dark.
Way to commit to the bit.
It was so fucking annoying. I was like, how do people believe this shit?
I don't know.
Can you make me blonde for this? Like,
sure.
You
wait till you see the promo for this. It'll be a good Photoshop.
Oh, I'm so excited. I saw Tori's, my friend Tori Piskin, who you had on. I love Tori.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
That was like an actual picture of her holding those melons. And like, I have to use that.
Of course it was.
Yeah, of course. I'm like, I have to use that. Like, I'll figure out what to do and I'll make it. And I did. It was awesome. Like, so I'm going to troll the internet and find some funny pictures of you.
Oh, they're out there.
And
even ones as me as Owen Wilson. Don't use that one though. No, he'll be offended.
I think I see him in the background. There's someone back there.
I mean, it makes sense. Like, it'll work. It'll be perfect. So what else you got going on? I mean, the stuff you do is so funny.
Thank you.
What do you like? How are you spending the next few months until whatever happens?
The next few months look like the rest of my life at this point. We're going to make more parody videos. We've got 3 out. So we have a list of them that we're going to do. Those we just do on our own and pray that one day someone will pay us to do those. I don't know. Maybe I'll be back at HQ. I don't know if, what the schedule is there. I guess I freelance for a couple different apps. So I'm like, I host a show for this one app, and then I'm on BuzzFeed. I do a show with them once a week, and I have like little things sprinkled in.
Right.
But yeah, I'm just planning on like getting rich and not having to ever work for real,
Yeah, that's our plan too. We're aligned.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I mean, like, I don't know how it's going to happen, but if I'm saying it on a podcast, that's manifestation.
Play the number 7.
Yeah.
Just in the lottery where you only have to pick one number.
It's weird you said that because That's one of the parodies I'm gonna probably do. Is 7.
Oh, really?
And I was like, wait, he knows. You know.
Told you I have sources.
Yeah. Shit. Who's outside my window at this point?
Fuck, how do you get into my brain? God damn it. So
that's what that headset is. You're listening to Bradley Cooper like take a shit right now, right?
I totally am. And that's exactly it's great listening. It's fun. He's got an amazing self-wiping toilet. What are you but you're still recording the podcast, right?
Yeah, I haven't. It's funny. I just started I did my first like at home. We had a bunch banked, so they're fun to listen to because we're like, what is this like virus people keep mentioning? Those are the last episodes we recorded. Now I'm recording at home now that I got this mic and this bad boy. So the podcast will be out again. It was out weekly and then I took a couple weeks off, so it'll be coming out more.
Yeah, me and Nick had the bright idea to record. I mean, when the whole shutdown first happened, we just went on an absolute binge and recorded like in the span of a month, like 40 episodes.
Oh my God.
It really, yeah, it was quite, it was an adventure.
That's great though. Like it's intimidating to me to do this at home. I don't know why, but it is.
It was crazy. And then in the month of May, we put out one every day that we had banked.
Holy shit.
Because if we wouldn't have, I mean, I'd have episodes until mid next year that, would not be topical in 6 months, right?
Yeah.
So we're like, all right, let's just put them out. And it was honestly the most intimidating thing, waking up every day having to put out a new episode, even though they were done. That's
so impressive though. Like I'm clapping. Like that's so cool that you did.
I mean, great.
Greg kept texting me and like he's like, all right, we got this guy and we have this person and then this girl, and it's like I'm like, that's 3. He's like, yeah, that's today and then tomorrow. And I was like, hey man, like I know I'm not working, but Jesus Christ.
That's how you have to do it though.
It is, yeah.
Maybe we'll find a day, like I've been doing other shit, but I was putting it off and I'm like, now I have to like do it again. But
well, I mean, for us, it really helped us get, we were doing really well with the podcast up until that point, but then just having people have so much time on their hands that, we got a lot of interviews that either would have taken more work to set up or longer to get done, but then everyone's got all this time, we really got lucky and sort of capitalized on all the time we had and that everybody else had. And, it was good. It's great. 31 episodes in 31 days is fucking psychotic.
That's cool. I want to do that. I will never do that. I don't. But you're inspiring me.
Just call it, something to do with Owen Wilson, 30 Days of Owen.
And then he's the last guest on day 31.
Yeah, right. Exactly. It's total build up. And
that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's just going to be my boyfriend doing an impression.
That would be awesome.
We got him.
Told you this is why I'm with him.
You guys are Zoom calling. He's in your second bedroom. And you're like, go in the other fucking room for this. Okay.
Right.
Enough.
Oh my God.
He's reading lines from Wedding Crashers.
Yeah.
Greatest
That's
movie.
so good.
Or the movie Marley and Me. Sad and romantic.
Yeah.
Anyway, this was awesome. So much fun.
This was so fun. You guys are great. Thanks for having me on.
You were great as well.
We could talk all day.
I know.
Did I plug all my shit? I think I did.
I think so. You did a very good job of sprinkling it in, I have to say.
I tried. I was like, hey, watch this and follow me here. It's just my name. It's just my name everywhere. Anna Roisman.
Yeah, that's good. It's like, I bust Nick's chops because lots of guys have these ridiculous like handles for things. And I'm like, just keep it simple so people can find you. Like,
yeah.
I used to be Unemployed Anna everywhere, which I love. Unemployed Anna was my brand. And then at HQ, they put my handle up when I work or like on the screen. And they were like, can we like change that? Because we don't want people to
have a job. You work for us. So this doesn't make sense anymore.
I was like, oh, really? It's kind of my thing. This might not work out forever. And they were like, yeah, no, change it then.
They're like, you want to get paid or what's up?
It would have been a great like way to get, when the whole thing should hit the fan is for them to be like, well, we changed your handle back.
I'd be like, silver lining. Hey.
Yeah, 30 million people in the U.S. all change their fucking Instagram handle. Like, hey, unemployed, nice.
Anyway, this was great time. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we will definitely catch up soon.
I hope so.
For sure.
Let me know what you think of Owen Wilson.
Oh my God.
I have it queued up on my phone right now.
Doing
Great. It's not then watch the other stuff I've made because they're way better.
Okay. What are you most proud of then? What should I check out?
The Titanic video that came out yesterday.
Okay. All right.
And Home Alone and Notebook. The latest quarantine, because it's insane to shoot stuff right now during quarantine, but we've done a good job. Proud of them.
Well, good. Well, I hope you get that second bedroom, and thank you so much.
Nick.
This was awesome.
Thank you. This
good
was
luck
great.
in the Twitter Film Festival.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Hey, let me know when you need me to come help you stalk Bradley Cooper.
Anytime.
All right, I'm down.
We need more hands.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.